a shared past, a bitter present, tracing the roots of conflict. The relationship between Israel and Iran is a study in contradictions. Before the Islamic Revolution in 1979, the two nations were close allies. They cooperated on security and energy. However, the revolution of 1979 dramatically altered the dynamics. Ayatollah Khomeini denounced Israel as an illegitimate state. The relationship took a decisively adversarial turn. It continues to shape the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East today. The nuclear threat, a looming shadow over the Middle East. Central to the Israel-Iran conflict is Iran's nuclear program. Israel views Iran's nuclear ambitions as an existential threat. They fear Iran could develop nuclear weapons and attack. Iran maintains its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes. They emphasize their right to nuclear energy under international law. However, their lack of transparency fuels suspicion. The International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA, has investigated Iran's nuclear activities. Their reports have raised concerns about possible military dimensions to the program. This issue has led to international sanctions against Iran. Israel has repeatedly threatened military action to prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. This possibility raises the specter of a wider regional conflict. The stakes are incredibly high for both sides. Proxy wars and shadow conflicts, a battlefield spanning regions. Beyond the direct threat, the Israel-Iran rivalry plays out through proxy wars. Both countries support armed groups across the region. These groups act as extensions of their patrons' interests. Iran backs Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza. These groups directly challenge Israel's security. They have engaged in numerous armed conflicts with Israel. Israel, in turn, is believed to conduct covert operations against Iranian assets. This includes targeting Iranian scientists and facilities linked to the nuclear program. The cyber domain has also become a battleground. This shadow war adds another layer of complexity to the relationship. It raises the risk of miscalculation and escalation. The use of proxies allows both sides to engage in conflict without direct confrontation. Section 4. Navigating the diplomatic maze, global powers and regional conflicts. The Israel-Iran rivalry is further complicated by the involvement of global powers. The United States, under successive administrations, has been a staunch ally of Israel. The US has imposed sanctions on Iran and provided military aid to Israel. This support has emboldened Israel in its stance against Iran. However, it has also drawn criticism for escalating tensions. The 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or Iran nuclear deal, offered a glimmer of hope. This agreement, negotiated by world powers, aimed to curb Iran's nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief. However, the Trump administration withdrew from the JCPOA in 2018. This move further strained relations between the US and Iran. It also undermined international efforts to resolve the nuclear issue. Section 5. Caught in the crossfire, public opinion and the human cost of enmity. The Israel-Iran conflict impacts ordinary lives. Fear and uncertainty are constant. Past conflicts fuel vulnerability in Israel. Public opinion is hawkish on Iran. In Iran, anti-Israel sentiment is widespread. The narrative resonates amid economic hardship. Section 6. The road ahead, between confrontation and dialogue. The future of the Israel-Iran relationship remains uncertain. The two countries are locked in a cycle of mistrust and hostility. The risk of a direct military confrontation, while not imminent, cannot be ruled out. There have been some attempts at back-channel diplomacy. However, these efforts have yielded little progress. The deep-seated animosity and lack of trust make reconciliation a daunting prospect. The international community has a crucial role to play in preventing further escalation. Dialogue, however difficult, remains the only viable path to a lasting solution. The alternative is a conflict with devastating consequences for the region and the world. It is in everyone's interest to find a way out of this dangerous impasse.